about this.
I said to myself, I'm never going to be on a podcast and all that. Look at where I'm sitting now. How are you feeling? How do you feel the show is going so far, man?
I think it started a bit slow, and I think we'll take off, and I think we'll be a hit at the end. The first week was a bit of bad press and everything.
Yeah,
but
oh my God.
I
Oh my God, the bad press.
It's so many games. 45 minutes for me is not enough.
It's not enough.
Yes.
Sean, we didn't introduce ourselves.
Okay.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Okay.
A nurse, a donkey, and 99 to beat. A podcast with everything you need to know about the program from a neurodiverse perspective.
I'm Joanne, but people call me Joe. I'm a nurse, and I'm one of the contestants at the 99 to beat.
I'm Chef Donkey. Jason in the show.
I'm autistic, and Jason has ADHD. I mean, you think that's impossible. They will do horrible on the program. But we want to show you, if you want to do it, anybody can do it.
Anything is possible.
And we'll take you to behind the scenes, to all the gossips, and also all the techniques that me and Jason and Donkey...
Because it's a superpower being neurodivergent.
Yeah, we are the power. People sometimes say, oh, neurodiverse people are very good because they think outside the box. I'm sorry, but me and Jason, we don't see the box. Tell me, Jason, first, why did you apply to go to 99 to beat?
So I didn't apply. I was approached at first. But when I saw what the storyline, what the show is about, I said, this show, I think, was made for me. That's why I applied. You?
I applied, but because you were...
How did you find out about the show?
I'm a nurse, and during COVID, I was redeployed to intensive care, and I got diagnosed with PTSD after COVID. But one of my bucket lists, I decided that because I don't know the future, because I see a lot of people dying, I wanted to bring forward my bucket list. I didn't want to wait.
Oh, yeah.
And on my bucket list was doing the marathons, doing...
Oh, yeah, of course, you do a lot of marathons with your wife, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the on the bucket list is to be on a television program. And I applied for the wheel. I got to the first stage. I applied for the Survivor. I went also to the third stage.
Survivor?
Yeah, Survivor. I don't think it went off there at the end.
Survivor?
I know.
Oh my God, I thought that's still, is that still on?
I think they did the first series and it went
flat. Oh my God, wow.
And then I applied for, believe it or not, I applied for The Traitor. But
oh my God. I'm laughing.
I got the interview, and you know the producer saying, I'm sorry, Joe, I cannot take you because you're a very bad liar. I cannot lie. Because I'm saying like it is.
You told me.
One day I was in the Lake District, I got a phone call from Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely. But then I said, okay, yeah, you're fine, you'll be ready, I'll let you know. But then months went by, I didn't know anything.
Oh, really?
They didn't tell me anything. I said, Joe.
Oh my word, that's crazy, because lots of people had different stories with the application. For me, it was week on week on week. I heard something from them.
I got the phone call saying you need to pack your bags and come to Reading with 5 days notice.
Oh my God, you were one of them. There was a few people who got that.
I don't think they believe that I could go far. Though I feel that I was a ticking box, that I wasn't there. I don't think
Did you really think that?
I feel that because...
So you thought that you are there to fill the gap of diversity of the group. Did you?
Yeah,
really?
at the beginning. But,
oh my God.
You know, people need to wait, but they will be surprised. Because I break every rule. But
oh God, if I tell you what's in this box, it's literally the whole set of 99 to beat.
Yeah, you know, I got
this. I can't say much about it now. Don't give too much away. Oh my God, yeah. I think you guys have seen this, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
Another way, yeah.
If I can just say, I'm just going to wave this around. You want even stole the whole 100 cars, mugshots of them.
I got everybody's names.
You know our
and
flags
labels
that we have on our chest?
with the number
Every
that
one
went
of
out.
them.
You know, for example, I have Edward that went 100.
Edward, this is a very interesting cat. You know, he stood right next to me. So there was a time that this guy was named Britain's most unlucky
person.
Yeah.
Because it's been to a 35.
No, 50 now. 50 shows. He's been on Britain's Got Talent twice. He's never won anything. But I think you said it as well.
Yeah.
Did he do it on purpose?
I think Edward did it on purpose. He wanted to be the first one eliminated. Because if you look at the video...
He says it.
I am first.
to leave the process. And I think that's how I'm going to say it.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
These goggles, they black out, and this is how dark it gets.
when the walls went down, I went like a sprint Olympic.
Literally, I went like this.
Yeah,
Dive
and he was,
afterward.
I went like that.
He was walking like this, straight up.
I think he did it on purpose. He threw himself because he wanted to carry on with his titles as the unluckiest man alive.
So, this game, if we just put I'm just going to put this on. It's going to get a bit quiet, sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. I understood that. You guys saw the show. And I started, this is what the ball was doing for me. And I had to tell myself to stand still constantly. But my head was saying to myself, you're not going to do it. And that's what happened. I'm sorry, this Caroline, I love you. When you drop your ball,
I was so happy.
Because I didn't have to stand still. And it was not as long as it looked on screen, isn't it?
5 minutes? Maybe?
5 minutes?
No, I can't remember. But
oh my God.
Yeah, the problem I have is anything that happened, my brain will go to there. Any lights showing, because my autism and everything, that
this is what I mean when I said to you.
To keep focus on that ball and make sure that because if anything happens, I tend to get distracted very easily. And to be focused,
I'm sorry. Look,
it's one of the most difficult ever.
I can't. When they say about the lights, look, all the neurodivergence, ADHD, autism, you guys know what I mean. And I'm not laughing. I know what it feels like because when I was at this thing in my mouth, like this, man, the lights became brighter, and I was still thinking, and I had to keep telling myself, be here, but everything was a distraction. That studio is very busy. The cameraman, oh my God.
And the drones, because the drones come next to you.
Oh my God.
It's gonna hit me, and then you want to move away, but yeah, it
was a lot.
Yeah, the word still don't exist.
Now for me, Libby will know. Libby, you know, it's you the one who's a Jason Staff, so Jason Staff. Everyone knew me as the guy that can't stand something, but it's not because like I want to move. Sometimes I don't even know I'm moving, man.
Yeah, but we're lucky because the aim of this game is not to come last. Definitely, we will never come first, you and me, on this endurance game, ever. But we were lucky that somebody was worse than us.
Oh my God.
And when the ball falls.
Oh my God. The relief. The relief. So, this game, for me, you know what I like, yeah? The table games, where the challenge is just to do your best. Not endurance. The table games with no endurance, I really like them.
I like it because if you don't panic, a lot of people just panic and done everything. What I did always is the klaxon goes, and I wait. I didn't have a clue how to do that.
Because I never did it.
I never thought that I could put a can in 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's true, though. It's
And
true.
then I said, well, that's impossible. But obviously, if it's a game, it's because it's possible. But instead of panicking and like people do start to throwing things around and everything, I waited.
Yeah.
And I look, and then suddenly the first one goes, and I said, okay, and you need to take some and bleed some liquid, and that's when I played. And yeah, that technique worked for me. That's why I don't feature a lot on the first episode, because I was never the fastest, I was never the slowest. I was
same as me though, John. I was middle as. Come on, man.
Yeah, but you're a bit louder than me. On the first episode,
I tried to be crazy.
My first objective, my only goal
as a
was
defense mechanism
not to be overloaded, essentially, because there was 100 people. Some of them were very, very loud.
We have breaks. Listen, we filmed. The filming is 13 hours.
Yeah,
we have
2 days they took the first episode.
Yeah,
Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, oh my
days.
word, yeah. It's when I'm in the studio, I be this crazy when you have a chance to get away from it, I go completely to just get rid of all of that, and I'm on my own.
That's my technique. I zoom out. I sat on my chair.
If I didn't, I would leave the conversation. I'm not joking.
Some people will think that I was unsociable. Probably I was, but I was trying to preserve my energy for the game.
Same. I slept. I slept.
Yeah. I watched the first episode,
Between.
and I didn't recognize half of the contestants. I didn't know there was a couple. I didn't
So
know.
yes, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Was it Nick? What was her name? Georgia G. And her.
Yeah, I know Courtney because Courtney was next to me. But
no, Georgia G. That's Georgia and Courtney. I'm talking the couple.
Oh,
I didn't know they were
either.
I'd never seen them.
Some of them say,
Seriously.
and some of them I was watching with my partner. I said,
Sorry guys.
And then my partner said, "Oh, you were there." I said, "Yeah, but I didn't talk to
No,
any of them on the
man.
first day."
For me was Libby, Jeff, and maybe Finley.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm discovered some of the characters at the same time as you do on television.
It's true.
Anyway, that can when you know what to do, it's quite easy. You just pour some of the drink, you just left some, and then you.
Did you get it straight away?
You
Balance.
No,
Get it on the table. Shall we get it on the table? This is down. Put it here.
Voila.
Like that. Literally. But listen, yeah. I think neurodivergence is a superpower, and I believe it. And I do it for myself. But everyone has their own viewpoint on it, and I respect it. But this was for me similar when I got poured out, and I could get it quite straight. And this is where I thought, this is superpower. You know what I mean? Look at what Juan just did now. He got it on straight away. But we've never done this before.
No, I never thought that.
I've never even thought, shall I balance again?
Because I don't know you, but if I open a can, I'll finish. I
Yeah.
don't waste the content.
Yeah.
But we also, nevertheless, people are very good observants. We
Yes.
like to watch people. And that's what I used. And then I watch other people, and we learn very quickly. If it's something that other people
I
don't
did
want,
as well.
yeah, and you were
You
fantastic
follow.
doing that. I copy you a lot of times of all of the games at the end, but let's not spoil
Yeah,
anything.
thumb guns.
But yeah, Jason was amazing. But yeah, and then one of the last games was the beginning, but that one I think is one of the most popular.
Right
games.
now, this game, I think everyone is raving on about this game. So,
Again, a very
I
simple,
think
game, a very
it's
simple game, but it's not that easy.
it's
as you
not.
know.
I don't think it's easy at all. I think you might have seen it on some of the Good Morning shows where the Thomas Brothers tried. But did Thomas Brothers try any of the games?
I don't think the Thomas Brothers have done any games. They always ask the other people to play them.
So the idea is you have to get this in this position.
Yeah.
And
Again, you need to keep still, make sure you don't fall.
literally, some people, like Finley, very flexible. He was stood up, took his foot, and put it in now.
Sue was very flexible, no? With the foot.
Sue did it. I think it was Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, yeah.
Lisa did that with her foot.
My PE teacher used to call me the wooden man because I cannot flex. Anyway.
So, this is what I had to do. What I did, I stood up and then, oh my God! Did you finish before me?
I can't remember. No.
Yeah!
You done it.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
See, well, that's the aim of the game. When you guys see us on the first episode, doing the first challenge, by then we would have been filming for about 6 hours already.
Yeah, because you remember
We were naked by then.
the first scene that
Walking,
walking
yeah.
in, it took like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I
We've
think
been
I did.
filming for
We
ages.
did like 10K, going up and down.
You went to sleep.
Always,
I
every
couldn't.
night.
I couldn't sleep.
I was so tired. I needed.
Tired, yes.
I have techniques.
Okay, not every night I party, but I went downstairs, had food, and I'd have a couple of drinks. And there was 2 or 3 nights that I went to. It was always one person's room, was Ashton's room. The parties there was like his own home.
I've seen videos. There's a lot of videos. I remember watching one video. I was pissing myself. Louis, the
Oh
little
my
guy,
God.
trying to reach the side of the. There's a lot going on at night that I missed because I was fast
At the
asleep.
moment I will never forget at the Hilton Hotel is when I walked into Ashton's room. Lou was standing naked half naked on a table with a boombox.
I miss all
Oh
that.
my God!
But I don't regret it because if I had been to the party,
Man, but
I would have been
the next
eliminated.
I'd made.
But yeah, and the last game, but there's 2 more games on the first episode. The Frozen T-shirt.
Ah, yeah. No, it's the Frozen T-shirt first episode.
Yes.
Oh, really? I thought it was. Oh, yes, it was. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to give you guys. We're not gonna slam the T-shirt, but I want to give you guys a perspective.
No, I don't want your wife to kill you. The other game is the Frozen T-shirt. It looks very easy. Concept is very easy, just to put it on. But God, this is.
Did you?
That
Man! Wait! It's
Roxanne.
I put this in the freezer last night, and this is what we got. When you saw Bianca calling this sexy, smashing the T-shirt, it's literally like that. Some of us were probably just a bit stronger and got it easier. You were quite quick with it, no?
That was quite
Middle again.
Yeah, middle again, but yeah, it's not solid. And you see, I don't know if you heard, but the people were smashing on the floor. The noise was absolutely shocking. It was like fireworks. Boom, boom, boom.
The Thomas Brothers was even saying how loud it was.
But believe me, try it. Put the T-shirt in the summer. Put the T-shirt tonight, overnight, and it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's rock solid. It's literally rock solid. And people got that quicker than I would. I don't know how they did it. Some of the T-shirts was like, if you see now, this is rock solid. Yeah, that's not a lie. Can you see there's like literal bits that's melting slightly? For some people, the T-shirt may have melted slightly, and that I thought was a bit unfair.
It is. I think also was sometimes on the game of the first game.
I wanted to say to you, there was scratches in the inside of this. Now I'm not saying that the games was like cheated or anything, but there was ways to get around. Yeah. But if you don't get caught, I think go for it.
Yeah. I must confess that I may have taken advantage some of these on a later on a later games. Nobody wanted to be last.
No one wanted to be last because it meant a lot to everyone.
To be honest, you try to get away with as much as you can, and that's why they are also the Marshals. The Marshals were hilarious, and they come very seriously.
The Marshals was oh my God.
Oh, they're scary at some
point. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then to make it even more excited, each episode you have a team game that is carnage.
Oh my God! So for me, I'm sorry to say to you, I did not agree firstly with it.
No,
because there's other countries that's done that they never had team games. I don't know why the UK had to do this.
They have team games, but then the team loser they play with each other until only one.
Until one, yes,
you don't have 12, 13 people.
No. Because that's I think it's not fair. Firstly, because it's not 99 to beat in. And secondly, it's not in your own hands.
There was a lot of people that were more concentrated on where the television cameras were than not to play in the game. And that's why I think some big figures, personalities.
Some big personalities
went
that
out.
clash later in the competition.
And the first game also.
This clash.
Off.
But sometimes, Johan, this is funny you say that. The big personalities, but not in the beginning so much. I felt like it's almost like they put the big personalities together because they know that they will clash. Some of it seemed to clash.
Maybe, because obviously it's a television program. They want big personalities and everything. That's probably why I didn't have any microphone on the first.
I would have thought you had.
I was quite boring for the first and second episodes.
You say he's boring. Can I just say we have a group chat as well?
Oh yeah, I'm a bit
He's the most famous in that group chat.
But leave that for episode 2.
Okay. Oh my God. There's a lot of drama, a lot of newspaper articles. I heard the Haygate story from South Africa, my sister. But anyway.
And also on episode 2 there was a bit of cheating. But we will reveal that on the episode 2. Don't forget to tune again next week.
Episode 2 next week. Love you guys. Thank you very much for coming.
Love you.
And there's a donkey. And 99 to beats from a neurodivergent perspective.
And don't forget, you are amazing.
A nurse, a donkey, and 99 to beat. A podcast with everything you need to know about the program from a neurodiverse perspective. Tune in.